How's it going, everyone? This is Sean here from the Scale Model Car Guy channel, and today's video is there's people are doing videos going around. Chris from CD Scale Models started it, and wanted to know how you got started building models and what influenced you, what got you started, and everything. Well, so we're going to do that in this video because there's really no updates right now as far as my group build, because I haven't really got nothing done on me and Xavier's group build right now because of my work schedule, and I've been pretty busy. I haven't had time to sit at the bench. The only thing I've gotten done, I don't even know if it's even worth showing, but is I've got the cockpit, not even the cockpit, just some of the body parts on the F1 car. I got them glued together, which this is the one I'm building right here, the Tamiya McLaren Mercedes. That's the one I'm doing right there. Let me reach over here and just get some parts here and show you, because it's really nothing. I haven't started no painting. I haven't done anything. You can see right here I'm just mocking it up, gluing parts together. This comes off. Here's the engine halves I got glued together. I gotta do some painting on it. It's got a good engine detail. There's the bottom of the thing. This comes apart, the front end. These two pieces are not even glued together. That's really all I got done on that, Xavier. Like I said, with the work schedule this week and, well, next couple of weeks, it's gonna be hard for me to sit down at the bench. But when I get a chance, I'll get a little bit farther along. It's kind of like some of the other builds going on right now. I am going to jump in on the Veronica. Let's see, Veronica and Bella builds, and I forgot to set anything out to show y'all what I'm doing on that. I'll just make another video for that because I'm kind of pressed for time right now as it is. But I will be jumping in on those. It'll be, since it's not due till later, I got a little bit of time to work on them because I'm gonna get farther along on this buddy build here, and then I'll start on them. And I got a couple of cars picked out for those, and y'all know how special those are in the community right now, getting those builds out, those tribute builds. And anytime you have a loss, it's hard. I've never lost my wife or a kid, thank God, but I lost my mom back last November, so I know how they're feeling, and prayers go out to both of them. They know who they are, and I don't know what else to say to that, guys. But so this video is about how I got started. And before I tell you how I got started, let me first say, if it wasn't for my subscribers, I wouldn't have a channel. So I want to thank all my new subscribers, all my old subscribers. And if you're not a subscriber and you're watching right now, please think about becoming a subscriber. It don't cost you nothing. And alright, Mr. Chris Donatone, right there, CD Scale Models, my brother from another mother. Alright, how I got started. Well, when I don't know, I'm going to say I might have been about, I know I was in kindergarten, I know. Because I would go, my grandma would pick me up, and I went to kindergarten in Oklahoma. I started out, it was in Spiro, Oklahoma. Had a little brick building, or rock building out front of the school. It's not even there no more. Had a little rock building out there, and that's where I went to kindergarten at. Well, my grandmother would come pick me up, and we'd go back to her house, and till my mom got home or whoever got home to pick me up. And well, me and my brothers, I guess. And my uncle, he was a model builder. He loved cars. I mean, he always had muscle cars. You're talking about back in the 70s, and I remember, I think his high school car was like a Duster or a Demon. I can't remember, but it was like it was a blue color, I know for a fact. I can't remember if it was a Duster or a Demon, but man, that thing was hopped up. And but you know, everybody in my family, you know, my mom's side pretty much were car people. You know, my mom, she loved cars. When I growing up, we had a Corvette. It was a 1974 or 75 Corvette, and I remember we would go to the lake or we'd go places, and my stepdad, he'd have his big old truck with the camper shell on the back, and she'd want to take the Corvette to the lake when we go camping or whatever too. And I remember many a time, me and my two other brothers, we're in that little cubby hole of that vet. And if y'all know a 74, 75, of course, there's not no back seat. So one be up front and two of us be in that little cubby hole. And of course, this was before, you know, seat belts and all that we had to have. I've had some times. I remember burning my legs on the side pipes. Just fun times back then, let me tell you. Stuff you can't get away with today. But my uncle, I remember later on, he had it was like a 64 or 65 Dodge Polara, and it was white, and that's why I love the Color Me Gone and the Recharged, and you know, the Johan 64 Dodges so much, is because he had a car exactly like that, of course with not the stripes on it and stuff, but it had the chrome reverse rims on it, and loved that car. Remember that car growing up. Like I said, car people. And so, needless to say, back to the story, because I'm just babbling. So, Grandma would pick me up, go back to her house, and my uncle was still living at home. Of course, you know, he's a teenager, he's in high school. And I remember going in his room, and he had a shelf with models. Now, I think back then he really didn't get into painting a lot. He might paint the engine or whatever, but whatever color it was molded in is pretty much the color of the body. He might put the decals on it or whatever, you know. But I remember going in there and playing with his models, and I would break them, of course, you know. I wasn't that old. Put them back on the shelf, you know, and everything. And I guess after a while he got tired of me doing that. And we were sitting there at the dinner table one afternoon, one evening, whatever. And I remember a knock on the door, and my mom answers the door, and her brother comes through the door and says, "Where's Sean at?" And she goes, "We're at the dining table." He comes in there, and I don't know if y'all remember, I know the older guys do, but the old wooden toolboxes that had a handle on it, and you go across it like this, and you just throwed everything in the middle of it. I don't know if that's like a plumber's toolbox or whatever, but it was wooden. I guess he had went in his bedroom or whatever after seeing that I tore up his models again, because this was an ongoing thing, and I'd get in trouble for it and stuff. But you know, being a little kid, I wasn't gonna listen, and so I guess he raked them all off into that toolbox. He brought them, and I remember these exact words coming out of his mouth. "Where's that little bastard at?" He come in there and said, "Here you go, you little bastard." He put them on the table and says, "You can have them all." And so that was my start of models. I remember it had the white MPC flip nose 50 or 60 model, whatever Corvette. Matter of fact, I got them right here. I got the kits, the exact kits, but I mean, they're not the ones that I got from him. Of course, they were all bashed up. But bear with me. I know for a fact it was this kit right here, and then he had this one too, and then I know like AMT Model A's, I think there was a 40 model, like the Monogram 40 model pickup. Uh, some other Monogram kit. It was molded in like a lime green. It was like old 37 Chevy or something. And there might have been a couple other kits. I can't remember what it was. Throwed in there. And so when I was a kid, that's how I started out. Those were my very first models. I remember, of course, I didn't have no glue, paint, nothing back then, but I remember playing with them forever. And then when I got to where my mom and grandma thought I was old enough, they started buying me model kits. Of course, I'd always ask for model kits, and then I finally started getting model kits. And then when I got old enough, I was mowing grass. I would mow grass and I would buy model kits. I know, like, back in early 80s, mid 80s, whatever, I'd mow grass. I could mow grass for $5. I could go down to Kmart, if y'all remember Kmart's, or Walmart, Woolco, whatever you want to call it, several places. And I remember I could buy a Johann kit, say like one of these right here. I remember you could buy these kits right here for $3, $4 or under, to where if you bought a kit like this, MPC, AMT, or Revell, you was going to pay $5 or more. Well, when I was a kid, I got a lot of models for Christmas and birthday and stuff, but in between, we didn't get a whole lot of stuff in between. You had allowance, you saved, and you bought or did whatever. And I would buy Johann kits all the time because they were cheap, because I could get paint brushes, paints. Of course, I was terrible back then. I brush painted, and they were glue bombs, and I don't have anything left that survived from when I was a kid. But I got a picture right here, and I don't know, I was probably about, I'm going to say 11, maybe 12 right here. And my grandma, this was my birthday, and my grandma had bought me, that is the Monogram 124 scale Corvette, 53 Corvette. And that right there is the Grease from Grease 2. If y'all remember that, of course, those cars weren't on Grease 2. They were all about the motorcycles. But if you remember Revell, and I got that model kit somewhere. I'm not going to dig it out, but I do got it. I even have that model kit today. And it was the 53 Chevy, and it was blue. And it had the Revell, and it was the Grease 2 movie box or whatever. And I still got that kit today. But my grandma, she would buy me models all the time. And you can see I even had, like, that's I don't know if you can see in the camera real good or not. That's Kmart glue, a tube of Kmart glue, and I had 2 tubes there. Matter of fact, I don't even think I had any paints. I was just gluing them together right then. But yeah, Chris, that's how I got started. And I've been doing it. Well, when I think I quit building the models probably when I moved out of my mom's house. My mom and stepdad got divorced, and I moved in with my real dad, and that's how I'm here in Boonville, Arkansas. I moved in with him, and none of the models I had, none of that stuff, I left it back home, and I guess it all got thrown out. Who knows what happened to the stuff between my mom's moves and this and that. I don't know whatever happened to them, but none of it survived. So, I didn't get back into models until, I got married in 89. So it was probably early 90s, 90, 91, right around in there I got back into models, and I really got heavy into it late 90s, early 2000s, and then I laid off again for a while because of kids and everything and stuff. And now of course my kids are grown and gone and all that, and have been for a while. Now I'm back into them hot and heavy again. Matter of fact, my oldest son was the one that told me to do a YouTube channel, and this is how I'm here. But alright guys, I wanted this to be short and sweet. I don't know if it's short and sweet or not. Let's see. No, it ain't very short. It's almost 15 minutes. So I'm gonna get off here, guys. Xavier, I'll try to get more done, but it's kind of slow right now. And I will do a video maybe next weekend on Veronica and Bella's tribute build. Alright guys, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and I'm out.